Hello friends, in this video we'll see the main difference between non-cooperation and civil disobedience movement. In a non-cooperation movement, Gandhiji said to refuse to cooperate British rule. But in civil disobedience movement, along with refusal to cooperate British government, Gandhiji said to break oppressive colonial law. So Gandhiji began his famous civil disobedience movement by breaking oppressive salt tax. So where seashores were not there, people broke other oppressive law. They participated in a civil disobedience movement by manufacturing salt and even they demonstrated in front of the government salt factories. But where seashores were not there, people broke other oppressive rule. They boycotted foreign clothes, they picketed liquor shops, peasants refused to pay land revenue and chowkidari taxes, and village officials resigned from their job. Many places where forests were there, people violated forest law and they entered in reserve forests. One of the true follower of Mahatma Gandhiji, that is Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, known as Frontier Gandhi in Peshawar, launched civil disobedience movement against the oppressive rule of British rule. So, for that purpose, British government decided to clamp down satyagrahis and adopted brutal ways. Many people were badly beaten and several people were arrested and kept in the jail. Even in a Solapur also, industrial workers participated in a civil disobedience movement and they attacked all government buildings which symbolizes British rule, for example, municipal buildings, law courts, railway station, etc. Near about 100,000 people were arrested, and at this background, Gandhiji decided to call off the movement once again and to enter in a pact with Irwin. On 5th of March 1931, Gandhi-Irwin Pact was signed, and according to this pact, it was decided that Gandhiji would participate in a round-table conference, and in return, British government would release political prisoners. So when Gandhiji went to London, negotiation broke down and he returned disappointed. When he had returned to India, he has seen prominent leaders like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan were both in jail, and therefore, with a great apprehension, Gandhiji once again decided to relaunch the civil disobedience movement after 1 year, that is in a 1932. But this movement uh, lost its momentum by 1934. So, how did participants saw the movement? So, those group who participated in a civil disobedience movement, their ideas were different. What Swaraj meant to them, that is what we are going to study in the topic how participants saw the movement. Remember children, 5 marks question comes frequently in annual exam. In this, even each paragraph also 3-mark question may come. So in the countryside, rich peasant communities like Patidas of Gujarat and Jats of Uttar Pradesh were active in this movement. They were the producer of commercial crop. They were very hard hit by the trade repression and falling prices. So for them, meaning of Swaraj means reduction in the land revenue. So when Gandhiji launched civil disobedience movement, these plantation owners and rich landlords participated in this movement actively. But when Gandhiji called up this movement without fulfilling their demand of reduction of land revenue, and once again when Gandhiji launched a civil disobedience movement in 1932, many of them refused to participate in this movement. Poor peasants were also not just interested in a lowering of the revenue demand, but for them they wanted tenants' protection also. But Congress was reluctant to support poor peasants' demand because they were worried that if they supported poor peasants' demand, then rich landlords and those who are plantation owners, they will be away from Congress party, and therefore Congress was reluctant to participate or to give its support to no rent campaign in most places, and therefore relationship between poor peasants and Congress remained uncertain. The third group who participated in a civil disobedience movement, that were business class. During the First World War, Indian merchant and industrialists had a huge profit and they became powerful. They wanted to expand their business. They were now reacted against colonial policies and that restricted business activities. When Gandhiji launched civil disobedience movement, they wanted protection against import of foreign goods and rupee sterling foreign exchange ratio. So that would discourage import. For them, meaning of Swaraj means tariff protection. So to organize business in place, they formed Indian Industrial and Commercial Congress in 1920 and Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industries in 1927. This was led by prominent industrialists like Purushottam Das, Thakur Das, and G.D. Birla. The industrialists attacked colonial control over the Indian economy and they actively supported civil disobedience movement. But when it was a relaunch, they did not ready to support Congress movement because their demand for protection of tariff duty was not supported by the Congress and this demand was prolonged. Moreover, business class was also worried because of the Congress attachment with the working classes. Fourth group which participated in a civil disobedience movement, that was the working class. They participated in a civil disobedience movement but not in large number except in the Nagpur region. As the industrialists came closer to the Congress, workers were away. They stayed aloof from Congress party's civil disobedience movement. Some places workers participated in the civil disobedience movement, selectively adopting some of the ideas of Gandhian program like boycotting of foreign goods as a part of their movement and also against the low wages and poor working conditions. So when Gandhiji launched this movement, thousands of workers in Chota Nagpur region, those who are working in mines, wore Gandhi cap and participated in protest rallies and also boycotted campaign which Congress launched. But Congress was reluctant means unwilling to include workers' demand as a part of its program of struggle because it felt that this would alienate industrialists and divide the anti-imperial movement. So last important participant in a civil disobedience movement that were women. So when Gandhiji launched civil disobedience movement, large number of women used to came out of their home to listen to him. They participated in protest marches, manufactured salt and also picketed foreign clothes and liquor shop. Many even went to jail. In urban areas, these women were from high caste families, whereas in our rural areas, they came from rich peasants' household. Moved by Gandhiji's call, they began to see service to the nation as a sacred duty of women. Yet, this increased public role did not necessarily mean any radical change in the way the position of women was visualized. Congress was reluctant to give equal opportunity to women politically. They wanted participation of women only symbolically. So, this is what participants in a civil disobedience movement. We'll see in the next video limits of civil disobedience movement.